Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Parlays Picks. Today we're looking at the Christmas Chimney Challenge on December 15th, 2024. In this video, I'll break down how we did on December 14th on our NBA Cup parlays and give you two parlays that I have from today's NFL slate. So these were the two parlays that we had on yesterday's NBA Cup games. Went 1-1 again, so fortunately we were able to break even, but at the same time, uh, in watching the NBA Cup game, I realized that the Thunder were just the better team overall, which is why I was, I guess, lucky to just have all Thunder players on one parlay and then all Houston players on another parlay. And the Thunder defense just played very well, limiting Fred VanVleet to 8 points on terrible shooting percentages, and then Cankun didn't really have a lot of assist potential because the Rockets players missed a lot of their shots. But shout out to Aman Thompson, he's a great rebounder and was able to get us 5 rebounds. And the Thunder overall just played very well. Jalen Williams had a great game, SGA had a great game, and Ludor had a great game, which allowed the Thunder to win. So we are still on day one technically because I keep on breaking even on the $10 parlays. But if you are unfamiliar with the Chimney Challenge, this is essentially a ladder challenge where I turn $10 into 10,000 over a 10-day span. As I mentioned, we're still on day one. We're trying to turn 10 into $20, and in these bets, I'll limit myself to a max odds of plus 145. So these are the two bets that I have in the early slate games of the NFL this week. At plus 105 and plus 111, they're focused on, I guess, three of the games that are on at 1 o'clock. Starting off with the parlay on the left side at plus 105. So I have Isaiah Pacheco to have over 14 rushing attempts. They're playing the Cleveland Browns in Cleveland, and there's a decent amount of rain expected to fall in Cleveland. So I do think that it'll be more of a running game, and I think especially if the Chiefs are able to get to a lead, Pacheco will be more involved in this offense and should be able to get over 14 rushing attempts in this game. Also looking at the Texans and Miami Dolphins game, I have Devon Achane to combine for 50 rushing and receiving yards, as well as Jalen Waddle to have over 25 receiving yards. So the Texans overall, one, they're losing their starting linebacker in this game due to suspension, Azeez Al-Shaair, and I think their defense overall will be depleted. And Tua has been playing very well lately. I think he's at over 300 yards passing in 3 straight games, and I think on the road they may fall behind against the Texans and be forced to pass the ball, but I think that those passes will likely go to Achane, who can work in space against their backup linebacker, as well as Jalen Waddle, who can run a lot of slant routes and just be over the middle. So I do like their chances of having over 50 rushing and receiving yards, as well as for Jalen Waddle to have over 25 receiving yards in this game. Now looking at the parlay on the right side at plus 111, I have Aaron Rodgers have over 200 passing yards in for the Jets to win the game, as well as for Nico Collins to have over 50 yards receiving versus the Miami Dolphins. You guys can check out my Jets versus Jaguars video that I just recently uploaded if you want to have more parlays from that game and just more in-depth analysis. But I do think that Rodgers will have a great game in this one. In his last game versus the Dolphins last week, he had over 330 passing yards, and they just fell short of winning the game. They lost in overtime. And I think that against the Jaguars team that is clearly worse than the Miami Dolphins, the Jets should be able to bounce back in this game and win. Also have Nico Collins have over 50 receiving yards. He just plays very well at home, and as number one target for CJ Stroud, I think that he should be able to get over 50 receiving yards and has a lot of big play potential. He's gone over 50 yards receiving in his last 4 home games, and he's also scored a touchdown in his last 4 home games. So if you like his odds to score a touchdown, I also like that as well. But just for the sake of this video, I have his receiving yards just to keep the parlay at even plus 111. And if you are to invest in these parlays at plus 105 and plus 111, you'd have a return of 105 and a 111% return on your investment. So I would just advise you guys to have bankroll consciousness and understanding of your finances when deciding to place these bets if you do decide to place it while I continue the series. And if these two bets hit, I will have another Chimney Challenge video for the later NFL games and NBA games that are on tonight so that hopefully we can move up the chimney or the ladder per se faster on today's set of games and then go into next week with a little bit of momentum. But I appreciate you guys for watching. Really just doing this series for the fun of the holidays. Regardless of whatever holiday you guys celebrate, be sure to give all praise to the Most High. And be sure to check out my next videos coming out later today. Until next time, peace.